Oh, right. Diamond's a potential funky phantom, as we both know. And assuming I left enough time for you to take that in, end of part 1. Wizard 15, the 15th hell. We pick up right where we left off. Oh, right. Diamond's a potential funky phantom, as we both know. Even so, if you hadn't interrupted, then JTAKRAOSPE would have definitely killed himself for her safety.
No, I was just going to shoot you. In fact, I'd be shooting you right now, but it feels like you're about to run away for some reason. And I would have to respect that, it being about the middle of your thing.
You think I'm just going to run away now? In your underdreams, JTAKRAOSPE?
Fall back, Green.
But, seriously?
You've got to run from him like 3 or 4 times before you're ready.
Asteroids, ass lumps. Fine. With that, the reptilian fellow flies away, like a reptile. And while traversing the skies, he bumps into an intro sequence, which sequences us to the antique store. You know, the one that's in every single episode. You have been listening, right? Well, therein the Mage Called Wizard is explaining the last episode to everyone because it's his turn to do the recap bit.
So there was another funky phantom that I technically saw first, and that's why I don't have to kill the snake bitch this week. I can't just go out of order willy-nilly when it comes to my genocide mission.
Yeah, huh? You're actually afraid of that woman, aren't you?
Cecily judges detective, not a detective.
Oh, stop pretending you're a character. Lucy, why are you glowing with the dark aura of the Aruk?
Oh, it's nothing. Just this.
Having stuffed the blue magic stone down MC Whistle's gourd, Lucy begins to explain her part in last episode, which I skipped.
You left me to chase that 3-headed dog by myself.
Right, Fluffy Wuffikid's the shitstorm. How did that turn out?
Lucy pulls the stone from MC Whistle's throat. Through the side, I mean.
It led me to this thing, which was in a weirdly clean bedroom, inside a sewer, inside a castle, inside a cave, inside a forest. But I'm not entirely sure if it was a dream or not, since I was tripping balls pretty heavy in the forest.
Pausing the podcast for a moment, really, that's what happened last episode. She began to trip balls in the forest, and then found a blue magic stone in a bedroom, in a sewer, in a castle, in a cave. I could not make this shit up if I tried. Alright, continue, me.
So why are you mad at me?
Because I had just weaned off getting high on the blood of forest sprites. Now I feel the urge again for that sweet, sweet Doshlanur glitter.
So, where is this girl then, Master, since she's the target of the arcanal?
What? Oh, I knew I forgot something. Jeannie, would you get naked and start searching the streets for her? And Lucy, could you call up the dark vessels of...
Ring, 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 ring.
How is our unplugged 1980s Bobby accessory phone ringing?
The Mage Called Wizard cautiously picks up the phone, much to the chagrin of his ears. Hey, it's me, Diamond. I know you were like bodyguarding Drake, so I thought you'd want to know he's still alive. Invite me to his house for something called a revenge blood orgy. It sounded kinky, so I thought you and your slave would want to come.
Master? I told you to get naked and start searching the streets.
Right away, Master.
So he went back to his home, eh? The last place anyone would suspect.
Meanwhile, later, heavy breathing as we stare through the lens of Drake's camera, which happens to be zooming in, out, and all around Diamond, all the while shaking spastically. Are you like having a Frasier or something? You're all jerky and stuff. You mean siege? No, I'm just warming up to film my revenge blood orgy. For if it isn't filmed in the exact same manner as Stargate Universe, it will offend Hrut-Nagok the Watcher.
Actually, there is no Hrut-Nagok the Watcher. Lucy just likes to dress up sometimes. Oh, and also your door's open, because I burned through it.
You're already here? Couldn't you have waited until our unholy dance conjured Wang Dangalang the Unsightly?
You mean dark-haired Jiminy Glick? Yeah, he's not coming. Also, I might have fed you a lot of lies about how blood orgies work. Time was I got my kicks that way.
Seriously? Well, in that case, I'll have to politely ask you to leave.
What? Hey, Zach! Oh, go away!
You see, Diamond here doesn't know that I'm a funky phantom yet. What was that? Quiet, babe. This doesn't concern you. Okay. If she were to find out, then she might suffer slight mental duress.
And I would care because... Wait, how are we suddenly outside?
Indeed, the three have been suddenly transported outside, and to where else but a playground about to be demolished for not being under construction. Weird as that is, weirder still is Diamond taking the reins of the conversation. So, now that we're outside, let's get going! After all, again, it's my dream to be a movie star. In fact, I would say that the film that Drake shot with me is the physical manifestation of my hope. Babe, why did you have to phrase it like that? Now I have to put my revenge on hold, burn that film, and turn you into a funky phantom. What you mean? Drake transforms into the reptilian fellow right in front of Diamond, but she's looking directly at him so she doesn't notice. Oh hey, you're the mage called Lizard. You tried to kill me the other day. So, did you see where Drake went? Rolling his one eye. For as we know, reptiles just have the one. The reptilian fellow takes a couple swings at Diamond. MC Whistles pushes her out of the way, but she gently bumps into a slide, thus giving her a concussion. Which actually does make sense, since her brain is a tenth the size of her skull. The mage called proceeds to chase the reptilian fellow into a forest, but therein the reptilian fellow climbs a tree. Oh yes, that's right, he's doing actual reptile stuff now. In fact, the next thing he does is shoot needles out the side of his head. Well, he completely misses the mage called Wizard, but to be fair, he does at least hit some forest sprites, and the fumes of their blood cause MC Whistles to trip out.
Right! Oh, I totally get it now. Arsenio and Letterman's child would be named Osman.
Having the advantage and opportunity to kill the mage called Wizard, the reptilian fellow, of course, just runs away by jumping off screen. We follow the reptilian fellow to meanwhile later, where he's sitting in a movie theater, one that's showing one of his home movies, i.e. his sex tape with Diamond. Oh, Damien's dimple dick. How did I not know that this was playing internationally? And it's all over the internet. Where do I start with burning every copy? Meanwhile, slightly earlier, the mage called Wizard is trying in vain to explain things to the now conscious Diamond.
Look, your boyfriend is a funky phantom.
Oh, I get it now. You're sweet, but I don't need to get tested. A homeless guy told me not to worry about it.
Listen to me, your boyfriend's personality has been overridden by a spiritual growth in his keys and... Actually, forget all that. He's a bad guy, get it?
Oh, I know. But I think I can change him.
Just do me a favor and put your hand on my obscene belt buckle.
Okay. Shove it to me sleepy nap time. Oh hey, I'm falling asleep again. The mage called Wizard kicks Diamond over so she doesn't choke herself to death. And now happens by a contemplative reptilian fellow who I guess got out of the theater early. Alright, so I guess I can't burn the internet. What should I do to drive her to despair then? She does cry when she's reminded of tears. Maybe that's a start.
Flames of Bakaname the Subtle!
No! Wait, what? The reptilian fellow looks around to see that he's been teleported via burning to inside a warehouse. And you know what that means. The long build of 2 episodes is over. We've got warehouse interior! The reptilian fellow makes the most of it by stealing a white car which was luckily left unlocked and running inside the warehouse. And after making a brief stop to run over Kevin Nash, he tries to do the same to MC Whistles. But our mage call just turns into a puddle for him to run straight through. He does perform a little shaken though.
Great, now I've got a bunch of dirt and... Is that Kevin Nash blood inside me? Oh, that's it. Ring, other ring, do your thing.
The mage called tries his new rings, which let's say were made earlier, and they cause him to grow what can only be described as a robo-Smogian tail. So of course he uses Tail Whip, which lowers the reptilian fellow's defense, and also kills him, and also parts a lake, and also freezes that lake, and unfreezes the lake 5 seconds later because the tail wasn't really trying to freeze the lake. In fact, the tale then apologizes profusely to the effects guys, and then it goes away.
And that's the end of that tale. Start! Point taken. Get back in there.
Oh my god, that unconscious woman's being raped!
Alright. And the Phantom's already dead. Who cares? Warp 2!
And that's the arc. My thoughts on this one? Well, you can't spell serial killer without cereal. And cereal tastes damn good. Except the shitty kind. Next time, it's Freeze's Pizzas, the Pepperoni Initiative. Or Rape Japes, the Questionable Humor Crisis. Until then, good night and...
Gay